Welcome back, my brothers and sisters in Christ culture and cringe. Let me take you on a trip to Yappington, right? Let me hit you with the yap yap no jutsu, the yap yap curse technique. Let's partake in the yap yap fruit together, right? All right. Um, this isn't anything too crazy, nothing like a major video right now. This is just a quote unquote discussion video, right? I'm just gonna say it how it is. I am enjoying Palworld a lot. I am in love with this game, right? This game is really fun. I'm having a blast playing it. I mostly play single player, but I'm looking forward to playing some co-op or some multiplayer whenever I get the chance to. I just want to talk real quick, like about a short discussion about some things that I would like to see in the game currently. Now I know they did a roadmap. I know all about. I'm caught up with all the controversies, all the stuff that's happening around the game. How based Bucky and Powered are in Discord and Twitter and stuff. I am aware. But this is just gonna be like a video away from all that, just a little lighthearted, chill video. Um, I just want to talk, like I said, I just want to talk about some of the things that I would enjoy seeing in the game, right? Like, for example, I want to see more player individuality customization. Like, and I don't know if you ever played the New Leaf Animal Crossing, right? There is I guess it's a mechanic where you take clothing and they put it on a tile and you can design the patterns on your clothing. So like you could essentially make like a Akatsuki clothes. You could make like the Demon Slayer ensemble, like, and that shit was heat. Like just imagine you running 32 players deep in a server, or like 16 players versus another 16 players, and you pull up on mounts, like you're flying in the air, or you're like riding your best land mount, and you pull up over the hill, and you're all decked out, dripped in the Akatsuki cloak. How sick would that be, right? That shit would be gas. Then there's also another thing I would like to see. I want to see the game stay microtransaction free. Like just once you buy the game, once you pay the $30 or however many dollars you paid to get into the game, I don't want to see any transactions inside. But the reason why I say that and why that's important because I want to see like maybe like some boss gear, like some boss drops, like pay like pay like let's say we get a skin slot or skin slots over over your gear. We get some skin slots over your gear, right? And then let's say you beat Rain or you beat Zoe so many times, or you beat Axel so many times that they start dropping like they might drop some gloves, they might drop some boots, they might drop their jacket, they might drop their headband, and these won't give any like stats, or maybe you can make the cosmetic versions and the stat version. But like let's just say these don't give stats, right? But you like the design of them over everything else. So you equip your gear, your best gear that you're using right now, and then you can put like the Axel skin over it, right? So now you just kind of dress up like Axel, you look kind of like Axel, and maybe allow you to change the colors of it a little bit. I think that'd be pretty cool. Could just be like it'd give the game more replayability, give you something to farm for, another thing to do. Like I'm gonna fight like I fight Axel a couple times and try to maybe get his shirt, rock with that a little bit. Maybe I fight the guy with Shadow Beak to get his headband a couple times. I think it'd be a pretty cool addition. Um, it'd just be a fun mechanic, right? Another thing I would like to see is more pals and more types. Obviously, more pals are coming. Like that's a given, considering how big the game is going right now. But I think more types could genuinely be a really good thing because think about it. how many freaking pals are in here that are like flying or floating and they're like neutral type. I feel like the neutral type is being treated like the normal type in Pokemon before we had Fairy. Like there's just some pals that it doesn't make sense to me. Like some of them, like I feel like there should be a steel type somewhere. Even if that's debatable, you can argue that. Same with the bug type, I think you could argue that. And then I guess it makes sense if they don't want to be like if they don't want to be anything like Pokemon. But like some of these things, like I strongly feel that this should be like an air type or like a wind type or something, right? Because holy moly, there's a lot of flying pals in here, right? Um, Another type I think should be added should be like a light type. We have a dark type, right? And for Pokemon like Necromus, and Paldeus, it's like um, it's like you ever play an old school RPG? How there's the elemental types, and then there's like the light and dark type. I strongly feel that you should that you should have that in the game, right? Because it just makes sense lore wise in a sense. And then some of these pals are generally hard to classify as neutral. Like I think that's just my main problem with it is that some of the neutral pals should definitely have like a special type, right? And then some of the neutral pals are like that's clearly neutral. Like just leave that be. Um, so we can toss that back and forth, argue with that. But like even games like Temtem had like a poison type. By the way, we don't even have a poison type. Like granted, theirs is called Toxic. Pokemon's is called Poison. Pals could be like Venom. We have like a Venom type, right, or something like that. I don't know. I think that's something that we should highly look into is finding a way to get a little bit more types. Essentially, it doesn't have to be crazy like Pokemon, like having rock, ground, and steel or something like that. But like, I think a metal type would be justified. If we can keep ground, we can keep leaf. I think maybe we just need a bug, a metal, and or a light type, right? That'd be pretty. Or and definitely a venom type or a poison or whatever you want to call it. Because Jesus Christ, I think those need to be implemented. Then obviously more lore because I'm a lore head. This doesn't need any more this doesn't need any more explaining, right? It's just put more lore in the game. I like reading it. I like watching videos about it. It's fun. It's nice. And then another thing I wanted to see is like more building methods. And what I mean by that is not just other ways to build, like, because you can see in some of the trailers of the old trailers that they had a lot of ways that pals were building up bases and stuff. And granted, that could have just been like cutscene stuff just to make the trailers look cooler, but th- take that with a grain of salt. But another thing on that topic of building is we should definitely have vehicles even if riding mounts are faster, like riding your pals are faster, I think some vehicles being built would warrant a good time. Like some should make it. Like maybe you can sure maybe the rocket ship in like one of the old videos can make it. But think about like this. Like think about that sled you saw with the dire house. What if what if you could make like a four-person chariot that's driven by pals, and you can put like a turret or something on the back of it. So you have one person on the turret and four people in the chariot, and it's like an old school Halo Warthog. Like now your co-op sessions just got hilariously more funnier for people who maybe don't have a mount and want to work with the guild, or maybe it's just easier to like have four people go to one spot collect resources and put it in uh into the vehicle and then drive back or make resources that you need the vehicle to carry, right? I think that might be pretty cool. Um, or just have the vehicle. Maybe you can carry a lot more, and you need like four people to get the resource, or it's more efficient to have more than one person to get the resource, right? I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm just cooking some stuff up here, right? I think that could be pretty cool. Um, and things like that I think would be like good additions to the game, or just some things that I would like to see. Obviously, this game can't get like updated every week or so. It's not going to be like these things will take time, right? They're not going to be a snap in the finger and they can make happen. And if the devs don't want to make it happen, like if this isn't in their vision in their game, leave it out. But this is just like a discussion. Like I want to see, this is what I want to see, and I would love to hear what you all would like to see and hear in the game. Or not here. I would like to hear and see what you all would love to see in the game, right? Um, but that's kind of all for this video. Um, hopefully, I didn't take up too much of your time. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, hopefully, you all have a great day and peace.